Stand is Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullin. Sir, thank you for joining all of us here on this Sunday evening. Greatly appreciate it. It sounds like you might have an all-nighter on deck. What do you know right now? What are you thinking?
Well, we had an all-nighter last night. We expect to have one tonight. I'm just glad that I'm on Team Thune, because if you're putting me on any team, I'd rather be on his team. I've seen Schumer and Thune work out. I believe we have more stamina on the Republican Party, so we can last longer.
And so I know that so much, Senator, has focused on Medicaid. What can you tell us about where things stand with the discussion over Medicaid? And are you expecting any hesitation from more of your Republican colleagues?
I think this is just a combination of a lot of great ideas coming together, and we finally have to make a playing call. At the end of the day, we're going to have a bill on the floor that's going to get 51 votes, going to be able to pass the House and be able to get the president's desk. But as far as Medicaid goes, there's a lot of passion about this, right? Rick Scott, for instance, I mean, he used to own a lot of hospitals, has some really great ideas, understands where the fraud, waste, and abuse is at. You have Ron Johnson, who has contributed a lot. I mean, this guy is an outstanding businessman. I've never seen someone put out so many graphs. But the fact is, every one of these ideas, no matter if it's coming from Dan Sullivan or Mike Lee, we have to have 51 votes. And so if your idea can't get us there, then we have to go on. And so Medicaid, our whole focus on Medicaid is to cut the fraud, waste, and abuse out of it, so it's there for those that need it. Here's a number that's staggering that I like to repeat. There's 35 million people right now that live below the poverty line in the United States, and we have 70 million people on Medicaid. Now, there's a lot of waste that can be cut out of it, and we can't afford to continue moving in the direction we are right now. It just isn't sustainable for those that need it the most.
You know, Senator David Webb here. Thanks once again for joining us. Question for the senators that are reticent on this, and you kind of alluded to that. Do any of them explain the how of how they're going to get their idea across the finish line?
Yeah, well, that's where we've had over 51 all Senate Republican conferences to talk about this. We've had hundreds of individual meetings since September. And every senator knows this. Let's be very passionate about your decision. You should be. But it's up to that individual to deliver the votes. And 49 doesn't get you to 51. That's just simple math there. So these discussions, these debates, these family, sometimes they even turn into friendly arguments inside our conferences where people are really pushing their idea. It can get testy, but at the same time, we all know that we want to deliver what the American people voted for in November, and that's to move forward, to get away from the Biden administration policies and move forward with the Trump agenda that the American people mandated. And so that's our main focus now. That we've had a long enough debates. Now it's time to put the bill together and get it on the president's desk.
Senator, regardless of whether it is the theatrics we're seeing on our screen right now or the dramatic reading of the bill over the course of 16 hours, will anything change based upon what we are seeing right now in the Senate? Is one word of this law going to change?
Yeah, yes, actually it will, because the bill we voted on last night was the House version. So we had to move on the bill. This is a little wonky, so stay with me. We had to move on the bill, and so that the motion to proceed was the House version. Now we're going to lay our amendments on top of it, and then this vote-a-rama, there could be one or two amendments that could get passed. There's some real issues that we're dealing with in Alaska that could change. There's some real issues that we're dealing with some of our IRAs that President Trump is really passionate about that could change, but it's going to be very small. It won't be in the bill itself, so it'll be more in a substitute that would make any change to it.
All right, Senator Mark Wayne Mullin, thank you very much, giving us a lot to watch, a lot to look forward to, and we shall see how it all shakes out there in the Senate in the coming days. Greatly appreciate your insight and your inside info at this hour.